Welcome everyone to today's webinar. We're going to talk today about key number 3, flat left wrist, or as we refer to it also as an inline club shaft. We want to thank our sponsors at Medicus Golf Shop Central, our training revenues, which are called medicusgolfschools.com and our Medicus Academies worldwide. We also want to thank Tiffany Green's Golf Club here in Kansas City, Missouri for hosting today's webinar. So we've talked about how to get the weight forward, which is what all great players do. We talked about keeping the head steady. Steady doesn't mean it doesn't move, it has some movement, but just not a lot. And today we're going to talk about how to keep the club shaft in line with the left arm. So let's talk about first what is out of line. For most players, out of line looks like this. They come into impact, and the club head gets there before the hands. That's called out of line. You could also exaggerate it too much and have this look. Well, that's also out of line. So when we're talking about in line, we're talking about the club shaft and the left arm forming one line, not two lines. So if you're striking a golf ball and you cock your left wrist in the backswing, which most people do, you now actually have two different pieces here. Well, the way that this generates force is that this has to line up in one line like this. When you do that, the length or the radius of this actually extends from your shoulder all the way down to the golf club. If you come in hands or club head first with the hands behind, now you're only hitting the golf ball with this portion of that lever. If you come in this way, you're only hitting it with this portion of the lever. So we're trying to hit it with both pieces. So to give you an example, if I swing down and I allow the club head to go past my hands, I'm going to hit this bag with a little bit of force. Now if I do this just one-handed, I can hit it with a lot more force. So again, I'm just trying to get this down in one line, and if I had this hand off, what you saw is the bag didn't move, it kind of went like this. That's not what you want, but that would be a way to work on the opposite of this. So having said that, we've got a lot of different drills to help you do that. So let's talk about how we keep the hands forward and this inline condition. Part of that is based upon key number 2, weight forward. If my weight stays back, my temptation is to throw the club at the golf ball. So that would result in the club head going past my hands again. If I hang too much on my left side and I move farther left, that's going to give me that look where the handle's, again, not in line with my left arm. I'm just going to be too far forward. So we need to have, from the top, we need to have the weight moving forward, arms coming down and into impact. Now I'm going to show you a couple of drills that you can use. Before I do this drill, this is one of the heavy clubs from Medicus. This is actually a lob wedge. We have 7-irons as well, and we also have drivers. This club's extremely heavy. You can hit shots with that. So it's pretty easy to feel the weight of the club going down to the golf ball. We also have a training wedge. It has a big side on it right here, big flange on the back end. And if you try to throw the club head, or intentionally or unintentionally, what's going to happen is it's going to blade itself right into the golf ball, because this sets up probably ½ an inch higher than this bottom. So to have the grip and handle forward and in line, now we're in line again, right? But we have the leading edge down on the ground instead of, this would be digging it in the ground, and this would be a flange on the bottom hitting the ground. So you can use an impact bag. You can use a pillow or a duffel bag. Doesn't really make that much difference. But as you get set up, put this bag where you would want the ball to be for that particular ball position. Go ahead and make your backswing. Weight forward, start your body moving, your left side moving upward and inward. Boom, and you arrive at impact. You can look in the mirror and see if you've got this right where you want it. If it doesn't look right to you, then you're going to need to fix it a little bit, all right? So just practice. You don't have to make a big full swing. Just practice going into impact. And you'll feel the difference in that. I mean, there's a world of difference in this feel versus this feel. Another way you can do that is just take a 2x4. You can lay it down. There's a couple of ways to do this. So you dress the end of the 2x4. You get up, you come down to impact. Now, if you're somebody that pushes the club head first, you're going to find out that it just goes right over the top of it. If you get down here and you try to lift the ball in the air, it's going to fall right off again. But if you get down into impact and you start now rotating inward with the left side of the body while you're moving upward, you'll find that that just pushes the board down the line. That's another way to do it. We've done this a couple of times on a couple of different videos. This chair is extremely heavy. It's a metal chair. It's actually one of our chairs from upstairs in the banquet room. So it's fairly heavy. Now, I'll do it this way so you can see it a little bit better. This is just a normal towel, regular, ordinary towel. I'm not going to roll it around. I'm just going to let it hang. If I get to the top of the swing and if I try to move this end of the towel first, it's going to hit that chair with not a lot of force. But if I get up here and I move the way I should move, which is the target side, so I'm moving way forward, moving upward, so I'm stretching all of this out, and I'm moving inward. So let me move this up just a touch here. All right, so I'm going to get set. I'm going to take it up just normally. And again, when I get to the top, I'm going to swing down and I'm going to do the body movements that help do this. You can see it moved pretty good. Now, I can knock this over if I move it just a touch harder. But again, remember, this is a chair and this is just a regular old towel. So I'm set, I'm up, boom. Knocks it completely over because I am moving forward, upward, inward, which moves the hands straight into the golf ball and allows the left arm, or if you're a right-handed golfer, the left arm and club shaft to form one single line. So again, the object of today's lesson is to learn how to have that flat left wrist and what we refer to as an inline impact. Inline impact, out of line, out of line. I hope you all enjoyed it. You can do these drills at home just like I've done them right here in my studio. You don't have to hit golf balls to do this. So do these drills at home. Let us know how you're going, and we'll see you next time.